Hi, this is Miss Wright, and I'm going to go over the vocabulary words for list 2 of our study from the Odyssey. A field, a field, away from home, out of the planned, regular, or proper course. So if you have gone far afield, you have gone a great distance. It can be a literal distance, meaning you've gone maybe far afield from home or you're far away from home, or if you meant to do something and somehow you got distracted and you end up doing 10 other things, then you kind of went off track. You went far afield from your original objective. Ails, ails, sickness, troubles. So this little girl is ailing. So ailing is just to not feel well or to have lots of problems. Says, what ails you? If someone asks you that question, they mean what's troubling you or what's making you ill. The word ailment is related to the word ails. Ambrosia, ambrosia, food of the gods, and food. It can also mean anything that's truly delicious. There's also a specific dish made with citrus fruits and pineapples and coconut that's called ambrosia. But in the context of our story, ambrosia is food of the gods. Boughs, boughs, limbs of a tree, tree branches. So the arrow is pointing to this thick part, and it's usually not these thin types. It's usually one of the major branches of the tree that we refer to as the boughs of the tree. Brace, brace. A pair, two of a kind. So a two of a kind of something is referred to as a brace. It's a number. It's a way of quantifying something, giving a number. So I might have a brace of children if I have two children. I might have a brace of cars if I have two cars. Simply means the number two. Din, din. Loud, continuous noise or uproar. So this speaker is making a din that is bothering this young man. That was dismembered, and it means to cut off the limbs, to tear to pieces. So this is Gumby, and he has been dismembered. Somebody's cut off his legs. Dispatched, done away with quickly, to put to death, to kill. It can also mean to send on an errand. So if I dispatch someone to go to the store to get medicine because someone in the house is sick, I'm sending them to do a quick errand. I want them to move rapidly. But in this context, it means to do away with quickly, um, in a sense of killing someone, taking their life. I dispatched them with a single bullet, or I dispatched them with one stroke of the sword. If you remember Diomedes, he killed several people. He dispatched them with a stroke of the sword. Geyser, geyser. Geysers are natural formations, a geyser of water coming up from the ground. And if you go to some of our national parks, you will see geysers. There's nothing electronic under the water making it spew up like that. It's because it's coming up from hot springs under the water. When it comes up, it makes a giant geyser, spume of water. Lolling, lolling. Nodding, drooping, moving in a lazy manner. moving in a and Homer here definitely his tongue is lolling out of his mouth. He looks like a hot mess. So he is lolling around the house. Midriff. Midriff. This area of your body near your belly button is considered your midriff. And as you know, school rules say your midriff must be covered at all times. So it's the middle region of the body. This would be against our school dress code. Mutton. Mutton. Flesh of mature sheep. So if you like lamb, this is it. These are the lamb. And their meat is called mutton. Ninny. Ninny. A ninny is a fool or a simpleton. I think this is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, um, who was portrayed as a ninny. Perished. Perished. Died, passed away completely. And you can see the headstone here and the burial stones covering the grave. Perished is to die or pass away. Ponder, to think over, consider carefully. This is a famous statue by Rodin, the sculptor, and it is called The Thinker. So this gentleman is pondering, pondering. Ponderous. Ponderous is slightly different, and it means something is very heavy, hard to move. This person is having a hard time lifting these weights. Ravage. Ravage. Violently destructive, destroy, or rape. And this doesn't necessarily mean physical rape, but to destroy something completely. So the storm came through and it ravaged the town. You can see what the town used to look like. And now, after the storm has passed through, you can see what it looks like. The complete destruction of this particular area. Sage. Sage. Wise, prudent, a wise person. And Yoda in the Star Wars series is considered a sage. People go to him for good advice. Titanic. Titanic. Titanic is the name of a ship, but the ship was called that because it was so huge. It was so enormous, and it was also believed to be unsinkable. So something that is gigantic, enormous in size, force, or power can be referred to as titanic. Victuals, victuals. Food or other provisions, food fit for humans. So if you think about being on a ship for months, you want to make sure the ship has lots of provisions, and victuals would be part of those provisions. In America, a slightly different spelling and pronunciation would be victuals. Victuals. In the country, people still refer to food as victuals. Whey. Whey. Thin, watery part of milk separated from the thicker curds in making cheese. So the thin part here is the whey, and the thick part that's in the spoon, that's the curds. And this is how you make cheese, by separating milk into two parts. Okay, so that was a short list, and I know that you can do well. Please persevere. Please study these lists and prepare for your next test or quiz. Also use this information to help you as you're reading to understand all the words in the selection. Have a great evening. I will see you back in class. Shout out to my awesome students, and Have a great day.